Hi, I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. Today I'm going to share an overview and review of Encanto House of Charms game. It's ages 5 and up, 2 to 4 players, and it takes 20 minutes. Let me show you how to play. The goal of the game is to cover the cracks of each room with charms. You're trying to cooperatively work together to secure the magic of each of the rooms by placing charms on the cracks and flipping them back from the dark side to the light side, and you want to do this before the candle in Abuela's room is extinguished. For game setup, each of the 6 rooms is placed with the dark side facing out. Abuela's candle starts with on the pink setting with the background, which matches the background of her room. Each person selects which player they want to play with. They all have their names written on the back of them. And you randomly disperse the charms among whoever's playing. We have a 4-player game, so each person got 6 charms. Shuffle the cards and put them off to the side. And you decide who is going to go first and have them be in the front on the stairs. And all you do is on your turn, you flip over a card and do what it says. There are 4 different types of cards, and I will show them to you. So we'd have Antonio moving 1, 2, 3, 4. And according to the rules, if you have the charm pictured, then you get to place it in front of that room. However, if you want to have a slightly easier, speedier game, I highly encourage being cooperative even with the charms. And if this was Antonio's stack of charms and he doesn't have it, then whoever this player is can say, here, I'll give you this charm. And then you can place it in front of the room. If you do not wish to play that way, officially you were not supposed to, but you can if you would like to, which is what we do. The other cards that can happen, or the other things that can happen is, next up we have Mirabelle's turn, goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you land on the same spot as somebody else, you just move ahead to the next spot. On this spot, you are magically portaled to the next matching spot of that type on the board. So she would just move over here. And then the only other spots on the board to take into account are the -1. That's where you have to remove one of the charms from the rooms and place it back in your collection. And then there are the glasses, which make you move up to the top tower level. And at that point, all players get to decorate a room of their choosing with one of their charms needed. So if let's say that Isabel managed to get to that spot, she'd come up here, everybody gets to place a charm, which is very exciting. And then your next spot is you move back down here and continue going around. Your general path is you follow this path, then you go up here, and then you go up the stairs to go along here and then up, and then from here you always go back down to here again. The other cards to know about are there are cards that can make a candle go 1 level brighter, and you just turn this till it's at the next spot if that happens. And there are cards that make the candle grow dimmer, and you lose if the candle goes all the way out. So here we go. Oh, and this is the way to get it brighter, and this is the way to have it grow dimmer and then go out. And then finally, when this is like a compliment card, it's a family power card. And if somebody selects that, this represents the beauty and magic of family. If you select this card, you get to turn to one player and say something nice to them. And both players get to decorate a room with any one of their charms. And players can choose different rooms to decorate. And then the final bit is if you are able to get 4 charms on that all go to the same room, you get to place them on and then you all hold hands and say Antonio's room, flip it to the bright side, and the candle gets to, from its starting spot, it gets to go one brighter if that happens. And at the very end, if you have all of the charms back where they're supposed to and the candle's not out, then you get to, you've won the game, and players say out loud Encanto, and you're supposed to put all of your movers on the tower level so your family's all together, and you turn the dial to reveal the biggest flame if it's not already showing. So that's how to play the Encanto House of Charms game. The target demographic for this game is young families. This is a great game for people who want to have a new family game to play together, and also if you are just looking for a item that's Encanto themed that can be a game or a toy. This definitely works as both and has been used for both in our household. How complex are the rules? They're very easy. There's basically, you line up your characters on the stairs, and then there's a path you follow. You each flip over a card and just do what that card says. So it's great. I love just quick, easy. Your kids are so excited there's an Encanto themed game, and after a little bit of tricky setup, I will say that about this game. We set it up and we're never disassembling it again because it's a little bit of a thing to do so. But after that, the game itself, so quick and easy to get up and running. I would recommend, feel free to make rule adjustments as necessary. The one rule where you're supposed to only be able to place the item by the room if you personally possess the item. We have loosened that up, and if anybody has the item, they give it to the person, and then that person gets to place it on the room. It speeds the game up, and it makes it a little more likely that you're going to win, and it's just quicker, easier, nice. So it is fine to adjust game rules as needed. So I would recommend that for this. How competitive is this game? Not at all. Not at all. This is a cooperative game. I love cooperative games. If this is your first cooperative family game, you should love them too. It's nice to have games where you learn to compete against each other, but I think it's also really valuable as a family to have a game where you're all on the same team. And this is like cooperative among cooperative games. It's such a nice game. Like, I feel like you feel closer as a family after you play this, which is really fabulous to say of a game. So fabulous, fabulous. How replayable is this game? It's medium. The actual mechanics of the game are, it's not anything too exciting or interesting. There's no strategy really involved. But that's okay, especially with young kids. They're just going to have a fun time playing this, and they're going to be obsessed with it for a while, and it's very easy to play. So you're going to play with it a bunch, either as a game or as a toy. Either is fine. And similar games I'd recommend if you like this one would be the Disney Princess Enchanted Cupcake Party game. Is fabulous if you're looking for something that's both toy and game. You have a bunch of Disney Princess character cards and cupcakes that correspond, and their recipes, and you take all the pieces apart and you can make the cupcakes. And there's an actual game where you can flip over tokens and try to be collecting pieces, or you can just build cupcakes for fun, which is great. Little boys love that, little girls love that. Cupcakes are fun for everyone. I also would highly recommend the game Outfoxed if you play this game and think, oh, cooperative games are nice for my family. Outfoxed has amazing replayability. It's like essentially cooperative Clue with a fox theme, and you're trying to find the culprit. And it's so fun and has, you can play it over and over again, and it's cooperative games. Everybody needs a really good cooperative game in their house. But I love the Encanto House of Charms game. Getting to play, just the getting to play the card where each person says nice things to each other is, I mean, my daughter and I played this the other day, and it was some of our best time together. We spent a lot of time together, but it was just really neat to be able to give compliments to each other, and that alone makes it worth it to go and get this great little game. So I hope you check it out. Thanks, and see you next time from Game Like a Mother.